Hello everybody, I'm Joseph Amen Bersabal. I'm from Katungawa Norte, Gintulman, Bohol. I graduated Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in General Education at University of Bohol. I love reading books and I love teaching. Today, I'm going to present my teaching demonstration about spinal cord. These are my objectives. At the end of the lesson, the pupils will be able to define what the spinal cord is, appreciate the importance of the spinal cord, and explain how the organ works. And now, I'm going to start my teaching demonstration in grade 6 science class. Okay, everybody stand, let us pray. Okay, good morning class. Okay, how are you this morning? Okay, sounds great. Now please everybody take your seats. Okay, so let's check first the attendance who is absent. Okay, now let's have a review. So what was our lesson yesterday? Very good class. So our lesson yesterday was about the nervous system. As we all know already class, that nervous system is a master controlling and communicating system of the body. Okay, again, what are the four main parts of the brain? Margaret. Okay, very good, Margaret. So the four main parts of the brain are the cerebral hemispheres, the diencephalon, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Okay, now let's have an activity. May I call Saijan and Margaret? Please come here in front. Okay, now you may face each other. Okay, so I have here a fan. So I will give this fan to Saijan. This Saijan will suddenly fan the eyes of Margaret. Okay, now, what happened to the eyes of Margaret, class? Okay, very good. So the eyes of Margaret are blinking. Why? Very good, class, in order not to be hit by the fan. Okay, that's it. Now, this morning, our topic is about spinal cord. So I have here an illustration about the anatomy of the spinal cord. Okay, you may open your book, class, on page 31 to 36. Okay, as you can see in your book, class, spinal cord has four regions. The cervical, the thoracic, the lumbar, and sacral. Okay, as you can see on the anatomy of the spinal cord, class, the spinal cord is located inside the spinal column. Okay, that's it. Now I have here a three-dimensional illustration of the spinal cord. So, spinal cord has nerve branch. So, 31 pairs of nerve branch. Okay. It has a central canal. Then, the spinal cord has a pia mater. It's located here. Okay, the arachnoid, which is here. And the dura mater. Okay. Let us know more about the spinal cord. Okay. Okay, class, please everybody read. Okay, very good, class. So this is about the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long, thick, tubular bundle of nervous tissue that connects the brain to all parts of the body. This is a reflex center and conduction pathway. This spot inside the backbone enclosed in the spinal column or vertebrae. It is about 45 cm in length and 2 cm in diameter. Yes, and spinal cord has 31 pairs of nerve branches. Now, did you know, class, that there are majors of the spinal cord? Yes, there are. So these are the three major roles of spinal cord. So please everybody read. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. So the three major roles are to relay messages from the brain to the specific parts of the body to perform an action, to pass along messages from the sensory receptors to the brain, and to coordinate reflexes that are managed by the spinal cord alone. Okay, aside from the major roles of the spinal cord, class, there are four functions of the organ. Okay, so these are the four functions of the organ, class. Okay, first, it carries messages, signals of motion from the brain to the body parts. Second, it sends signals which allow different segments of the body to communicate with the brain. Support cells extend from the medulla oblongata and the brainstem to the lumbar region, the vertebrae column, and it connects other parts of the peripheral nervous system to the brain. Now, go back to the activity earlier, class. Okay, so Um, why, why the eyes of Margaret are blinking? What do you call that action, class? Okay, so it is called, class, the reflex action. So reflex action, class, is a sudden or a quick actions. It is involuntary and self-protective actions. Now, I have here an illustration of a simple reflex arcs. Okay, so the skin was nailed, so the skin is the receptor. Then from the skin, the message will, the message of the skin that was being nailed will goes to the sensory neuron. From the sensory neuron, it will goes to the spinal cord, which is the integration center. Then from the spinal cord, the message will goes to the motor neuron, which is here. Then from the motor neuron to the effector. Now, I have here an example of the reflexes. Okay, here. So the knee was suddenly hit by the hammer. Okay, so the knee was the receptor. So from the knee, the message will goes to the sensory neuron, which is located here. Then goes to the spinal cord, which is the integration center. Then from the spinal cord, the message will goes down to the motor neuron, which is located here. And lastly, it will goes to the effector. Now, for the second example, I have here a finger, which is suddenly nailed. Okay, the finger is the receptor. Then from the receptor, the message will goes to the sensory neuron here. So here, this is the sensory neuron. Then the sensory neuron, it goes down to the spinal cord again, which is the integration center. Then goes to the motor neuron. Then lastly to the effector. Okay, class. So let's have a review. Um, how does the spinal cord works? Okay, very good. So the spinal cord works. It sends signals, release messages, it coordinates reflexes, and it supports the human body. Okay, what do you call the sudden movements or the involuntary actions? Okay, very good, class. It is reflexes. So that's why the spinal cord is very important, because without the spinal cord, our brain and our body cannot communicate with each other. Okay, that's it, class. Now, how can be the spinal cord injury be serious, class? Okay, so if the spinal cord is cut, so the below of the cut part would be paralyzed. Yeah, that's it, class. Then okay, I have another question, class. What happened if the spinal cord is cut? Saijan. Okay, very good, Saijan. So the spinal cord or the brain loses control of its functions. Okay, now let's have a quiz. So get 1/2 sheets of paper. Okay, you may answer the following questions. Number 1, define spinal cord. Number 2, what do you call the involuntary or self-protective actions? Okay, number 3, you may write the function of the spinal cord. Then number 4, you may answer why the spinal cord is important. Okay, now I give you 10 minutes to answer. Okay, done? Okay, please everybody pass your papers. So I will be the one to check this. Okay, now assignment, class. And in a long sheet or in a long size bond paper, you may draw an anatomy of the spinal cord. Then you may write the functions and you label the parts of the organ. Okay, that's all for today, class. So thank you for listening. Everybody stand, let us pray. Okay, thank you, class. Goodbye.